What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 132 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-host Nick Theories and Philly Phil. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into the live stream tonight. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. To everybody that hasn't shared it yet, please go ahead and do so. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Tanks, t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeves. Send us a message. No matter your size, we got it. What's up, brother?
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. I don't have a punchline today.
I could tell, man. You have no energy.
Yeah.
You got to get that up.
Get
that energy up.
That sounds like a personal problem.
What?
But getting it up.
Well, no, I don't have a problem with that.
I hope not. I got Cialis if you need it.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
What's up, man? What's cracking?
2022 finale. What a year.
It goes by fast, man.
I know.
Life comes at you fast.
Fast. 2023 is going to be amazing, though, and I put that on the Lord.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
You speaking it into existence?
No, it's already in existence.
I like that.
It's already in existence. I'm just letting motherfuckers know.
Oh, you came to pod.
Oh, yeah.
Low energy, but you pod.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right.
All right, let's start it off tonight. We're going a little different route for you guys tonight. Nick, we're going to name our two best and worst takes from this off-season preview.
This is gonna be fun.
All right, you want to go first? Wait, give me.
I'll give you one.
Give me your best. I'll give you my best, and we'll rotate.
All right. I'm gonna say the Raiders will be a playoff team.
As your worst?
Yeah, and I had them as number 3 in the AFC West, and they are literally terrible. I mean, they are still number 3, which is true, but they didn't make the playoffs. So
I actually didn't realize that they are number 3.
They are number 3, but they're not. Playoff team.
Russ burnt the food.
Yeah, he did. He burnt the popcorn.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fucking the Raiders. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in them. We're gonna be talking about them a little bit later.
Yeah.
Especially with the Derek Carr news and everything going down. So yeah, I'm disappointed in that whole group. But I was way off on them.
Yeah, I would say one of my worst takes from the offseason was Baker Mayfield is going to lead the Panthers to the playoffs. However, Sam Darnold may do it, so I may be 50% right on that. However, I didn't see Sam Darnold and Steve Wilkes doing that as opposed to Baker and Matt Rule. So it's odd. I was thinking of that earlier and I was laughing because I'm like I was halfway there. They're in the running and they could. I think they lose this week, but so that was my worst.
That and I'll throw another one in there. I had Gabriel Davis being a top 10 wide receiver this year. Way off on that. I think he's around 30.
Yeah.
So whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take it on the chin.
Major pause. And then I actually lost my train of thought on my next worst take. Oh, I know. How can I forget this? My single worst take of the off season. The Chiefs would fall 10 spots in total offense. That was probably one of my biggest miscues ever. And I never should have doubted Andy Reid because when he had Donovan, we always had shit wide receivers. And I should know that Andy Reid, no matter what, always has like he did it with Alex Smith, Kevin Cobb, Nick Foles, whoever. Andy Reid always has a good offense. He's an offensive genius, best offensive mind in the NFL. So that was my number one worst take.
Can Andy Reid fuck around and be the best coach of all time?
Here's the thing. I already think he has a strong case.
Okay.
If he gets another Super Bowl or two with Mahomes, absolutely. I mean, because look, here's the thing. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl without Belichick.
Yeah.
And to me, that was validation that it was Tom Brady.
Is that fair?
I think so because look, Tom Brady now has shown you that he can have success without Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick has never really shown you anything. He made the playoffs last year, but that's not enough when you're talking about the GOAT. That's not enough. In my opinion, I think it's
deeper than that. There's a lot more behind.
It's not just a surface question.
Yeah.
But Andy Reid's definitely in that conversation, and you can make a compelling case that he is. I mean, he's been to what, 10 AFC Championship games?
So you would say he's a top 5 coach of all time?
Absolutely. I don't even think that's a question, to be honest. Absolutely. Like I said, he's got to win another Super Bowl or two.
Yeah, it's probably arguable. He's been to a lot of championship games, though, NFC and AFC. So
he's been to 3 Super Bowls. He's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and look, with Patrick Mahomes, he has an opportunity to get to 3 and 2, 4 and 2.
But does that hurt his case by having a Mahomes? Or does that help his case?
No, that's going to help.
I picked him.
That's going to help
him.
Yeah, that's going to help his case. A, because he drafted him. B, he moved up to draft him. And C, he went there with McNabb. I mean, McNabb wasn't a stud. But McNabb was a good quarterback. I mean, you could argue that McNabb was a great quarterback. Excuse me.
Yeah, I liked. I mean, yeah, I think McNabb was pretty good.
I was a fan of McNabb. I was a fan of McNabb until he started doing comedy.
Well, here's what separates Reed from me. And this is we're just rapping right now.
Yeah.
But this is what separates from me. It's like when Reed's assistants leave, their coaches are pretty successful.
Excellent point.
When Belichick's leave, they're dog shit.
They're horrible.
But does that help Belichick's case? Because if he has asshole coaches, right, on his staff.
Well, here's the thing.
Who's getting the most credit?
Well, here's the thing for me. Like when you talk about that, and it's a great point. And my thing is though, is like when you're a leader,
yeah,
and your team under you is as strong as you or stronger, that shows your ability to teach, lead men. And for me, that only bolsters Andy Reid's case. Like there is a reason that Bill Belichick, his entire tree from Joe Judge to Josh McDaniel now to Matt Patricia, the only one that had some success was Bill O'Brien in Houston.
Yeah, you can say that for a couple of years.
Yeah, he did. He was fine. He was all right.
They were all right.
With which did he have Schaub?
Schaub, yeah, that was him.
Schaub. Then they signed Brock Osweiler. That was when it was the fall.
That was Watt's earlier years, and then they had Arian Foster.
Yeah,
Andre Johnson. They had an RE squad.
So, if you look around the league, John Harbaugh, Super Bowl winning head coach under Andy Reid. Sean McDermott, he has a chance to win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen and that team.
Right.
You got Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning head coach. You got Matt Nagy, went to the playoffs twice with Mitch Trubisky. I mean, he fell off the face of the earth, but again. Look at their success.
Track record is better.
There is success under Andy Reid's lead.
Yeah.
And there isn't much success under Bill Belichick's. So that's where it is for me. And again, that just comes with Bill Belichick having an ego and trying to run everything. And then his entire team, when they go on their own, they didn't learn anything. And that's not a good leader.
You don't think they learned?
No.
It feels like when they leave, they say they learned so much from Coach Belichick and everything. So I don't.
Yeah, they did say that. But the problem is when they have to prove it, they can't. Andy Reid's guys have proved it for years. And now look what this is even more validation. Look what Doug Peterson just did to Trevor Lawrence. He had people thinking Trevor Lawrence was trash, including us.
Right, but you got to understand too. It's a short lease league.
Yeah.
Like if you have a bad year, you could be gone.
Yeah.
You could be potentially fired after one season.
Yep.
So the body of work doesn't really prove how good or bad you are as a coach.
Well,
just because you had one bad year doesn't make you a terrible coach. You just had a bad year.
Joe Judge,
a lot of coaches have bad years.
Joe Judge had 2 bad years with the Giants, right? Was he 2 years or 1?
2.5.
Yeah, and then he got fired. Then you have Matt Patricia, who when after the Lions fired Jim Campbell, they were 10-6 that season.
Yeah,
they fired Jim Campbell. I think it was his name. Now, what's his name?
Caldwell.
Jim Caldwell. Excuse me. Jim Caldwell.
Yeah.
They fire him. They get Matt Patricia and go 6-10. I mean, that's saying a lot. You just went from a 10-6 team and now you're under 500 again. Then another season under 500 again. Then Matt Stafford leaves you and goes and wins the Super Bowl. So it's like, it's you just when I look around at that, it's just I don't see any of Bill Belichick's guys from his tree
that's a fair
succeeding.
Point.
And I've seen multiple, if not all, from under Andy Reid succeed.
Interesting.
So it's a really strong point.
Yeah, I mean, we have to get back. That could be a segment in our future
we
show.
will talk about that.
That's a really good, interesting segment and conversation because, you can, if you took Belichick as the best, I'm not mad at you. If you said Andy Reid was better than Belichick, you have a leg to stand on. I can't be mad at you.
Yeah.
I would probably disagree, but I don't know.
All right, so now we'll go to our best takes real fast. My number one best take. Skol. Vikings win the NFC North. Said it on March 22nd.
Well, that and the Eagles are going to be the 1 seed.
That was my second one. I was going to say thank you though for your interruption. I appreciate it.
Well, I was giving you your flowers.
I know.
What the fuck is this?
I'm just kidding. No, I know. Those are my two favorite things. And like I said, but at the time when I said about the Eagles, I said I didn't think the Eagles were the best team, which I was wrong on that part. But I said I thought their schedule allowed them to have the track to do it.
Okay.
If the Bengals can win out, I also had the Bengals at 13-4 and the 1 seed, which can come true, but it won't because the Chiefs need to lose this weekend and they're not losing to the bum ass Broncos. But those are my two favorite things: the Vikings winning the NFC North and the Eagles having the 1 seed. They just got to win one more game to do it.
I don't really have a really best take.
You did have one take.
All my takes are heat.
Yeah, right.
All my takes are heat.
Your best take that you didn't announce because you didn't stick to your guns was that Russell Wilson was washed and the Broncos were going to be trash.
That is one thing that I wish I could take back because I was dead ass right. We've had a lot of conversations about that. I was like, bro, I am so unsure about the Broncos. I think they're going to be.
You gave them, so I went back and looked. You said they were close but no cigar when we did our rating.
Yeah.
You said they weren't going to be a playoff team, and you said, I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't think Russell Wilson's that guy anymore. So you were almost there because you truly said he was washed. Yeah. And then you kind of walked it back, and I wish you didn't because you were dead right.
Yeah, I know. That is one thing I wish I do regret more than anything.
That would have been the best take of the whole year.
It would have been great.
Well, it was a real take.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, Russell Wilson.
I was 100 with it, but
yeah, you were running a fever.
Well, I've had my fair share of bad takes though. I'll be honest. I had Seattle being one of the worst teams.
I mean, in fairness.
I know, but that still counts, right? Because like you don't have to follow everybody else what they say. But I was just looking at it from
my biggest regret. My biggest regret I didn't take the Jaguars winning the AFC South. I said that night after we did that. And I was like, I just didn't stick to it. And I just had a weird feeling, man. But I took Vrabel and Doug Peterson. And but when I was saying about Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence, I'm like, I really believe that they could win that division.
Yeah, you were dead ass right.
I was so close on that. I wish, because that would have been my favorite take of the year.
Yeah. I don't really have a best take for myself, but
my favorite take for you was those Saints. Because you still hold on, bro.
They're still in it.
Yeah, I know.
They're still in it. They're mathematically still in it. If the Bucs lose out and Carolina loses, or wait, how does that work? If Carolina loses,
it's a miracle.
Yeah, it's a miracle. But they still have a chance. They're mathematically still in it. They're in the hunt. You see their fucking logo in the bracket in the hunt with the rest of the teams. You see the fucking New Orleans Saints in there, bro.
Okay.
I
wish I didn't even say it. I wish I didn't say it.
That's what you see.
All right, guys. That takes our takes away. We are now going to go on to something different before we get into our game discussions. Which player's performance shocked you the most this year and why?
I'm going to say Josh Jacobs.
Good one.
He was an absolute beast. He leads the league in rushing. He has 11 touchdowns. He's just been awesome. And I like that story because it feels like the Raiders were really utilize him just because they want to get every single tread off that tire.
Yep.
And the fact that he proved himself and he stayed healthy. Well, there's 2 more games, knock on wood. Hopefully he stays healthy the next 2 games. But yeah, the fact that he stayed healthy and he was the best running back this year, arguably, it was great to see. So that was the player that I was really most surprised about because I didn't really see that coming. Although I did say I did like Josh Jacobs in fantasy because of the contract year.
Me too. Yep.
But I didn't really fully buy into it because I had him last year and he gave me 3 yards of carry. So I just couldn't really,
And this was the first year that he didn't have stupid injuries every other
Correct.
game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was healthy. He leads the league in rushing. He's been awesome for them. It's just it's crazy that the Raiders are bad and we have a run game like that. But
I know.
He's the most impressive player for me.
All right, for me, I took Jared Goff.
Okay.
3,959 yards, ranked 7th in the league. 26 touchdowns, ranked 6th. 7 interceptions, tied for 8, and a QBR of 62, which ranks 6th. He's basically been a top 8 quarterback this year. And I feel like when he got sent to Detroit, he was sent there to die. He wasn't going to be shit. And he's looked, for the most part this year, definitely like a franchise quarterback. Like he looks like he can hack it.
You think he can hack it?
Yeah. Nathaniel can't, but he can.
You think he was left there to die?
I mean, why do people get sent to Detroit? Like, I don't think when Detroit, I think when Detroit took him, they were just taking him because they needed a quarterback. And Jared Goff wasn't totally trash. And he could have just been viewed as something. But Jared Goff has had 2 solid years with them.
So you don't think Detroit acquired him thinking that he could be the guy? I mean, he did go to a
I don't
Super
believe
Bowl.
so. I know. I don't believe so, though, because here's the thing. He went to a Super Bowl and the team got rid of him.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I'm just like, okay. Like, Jared Goff was all right.
But the experience matters. The experience matters. The pedigree matters.
Look,
like, he's had
His rookie year was atrocious, but it was Jeff Fisher and that 7-9 bullshit.
Yeah, but he still played in one of the best regular season games I've ever seen in my life.
Against the Colts in Mexico. I mean, against the Chiefs in Mexico.
It was 54-51, and he actually won.
Yeah.
He beat Mahomes in that game, and that was one of the craziest games I've ever seen.
Probably that's a top 3 game for me.
Easily. Oh, absolutely. That's so memorable.
It was a Monday night, wasn't it?
It was score after score. It was unbelievable. That was fireworks at his finest right there.
Yeah, so that for me, it's Jared Goff, man. I'm happy as hell for him. Because he looks great.
Yeah, he does. I am happy for him. You think it's sustainable?
Maybe not at this rate, but I think he can be a better than league average quarterback. I really do. And I think his teammates love him.
Yeah.
The Motor City loves him.
Hope they're starter next year.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
why not?
They have to.
Why would you not do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it was Jared Goff and you were Josh Jacobs. Yeah. 2 totally different ends. But
it is kind of crazy though, man. That's those 2 names being brought up in that conversation is just surprising to me, honestly.
Yeah.
More than anything.
For sure. And here's the thing: Geno Smith had an opportunity, but he fell off so bad.
Yeah, I was leaning that way, but then I was like, nah, man, I couldn't do it, dude. He fell off the grid.
He fell apart.
Bit. Yeah, he fell off the grid the last couple of weeks, so that hurts his case.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
I know. It sucks though because he had a great beginning first half of the year.
And it's crazy because you could also say Jalen Hurts, but that's like
it's different though because Jalen Hurts, like people were. It's hard because it's like for Jared Goff, it's like it's Detroit. They've been trash for as long as we've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
So like to have Jared Goff go there and have that type of season, like they're actually respected.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about statistics too. So he did put up the best, like one of the best stats in the league. But I understand the team around him is what kind of like pegged him down for me. Then I could see why Jared Goff will be in that conversation.
All right, guys, moving on. We're starting off with the Cowboys versus the Titans. Cowboys minus 12.5. I believe that went to 14.
It was 13.5 when I checked maybe a half hour ago. So I don't know. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
12.5 is cool.
All right. Pause.
Yeah, pause.
That's crazy.
Well, now I just moved up to 14.5, which is interesting. So I don't know what to think about this game. What do you think?
I mean, there's 8 starters out for the Titans. There's not really much to say. The quarterback's out, Derrick Henry's out. They're basically treating this like a bye week to get healthy for next week because next week is for the division. Like the Cowboys should smack them.
You think that's smart
for
the Titans? Because I feel like you kind of lose momentum in a sense.
They didn't really have momentum. For them, it's probably good because they were on such a slide.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm talking about like just like game reps in general. Because if you're struggling like that, you should want the reps, regardless if it matters or not. But I understand the injury factor. But yeah, I'm sorry, but there's just no shot in hell that the Titans have any chance to win this game.
If it shouldn't even be close. Like the Cowboys should absolutely demolish them.
Yeah, the Cowboys were like minus 820 on the money line. Yeah, this game is going to be.
What's the money line? Minus 820.
It was 820 when the game started.
Shit.
So yeah, they have no chance.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. There's not really much to say on it.
Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, it's
the Titans.
I'll say this for all the fantasy owners out there that have Derrick Henry in the championship and players like Pollard and
could you imagine?
That
dude?
Sucks, man. Like that hurts, dude.
I was a Derrick Henry owner. Now, granted, I finished in last, but I'm just saying, if I was in the championship right now, dude, like that's horrible.
Yeah, like what do? You got to pick up Haskins, right? They're backup running back, and then it's like, all right, well, that's bullshit because I had one of the best running backs, the number 2 running back in rushing. The entire season, and then now all of a sudden he's going to be benched because
they're basically forfeiting the game.
Yeah, it's kind of what it is,
and it's not right, to be honest.
It's not because you got fans that paid tickets for this game, and now like
you're going
like,
to JV.
What the fuck? I'm watching Hassan Haskins. I'm watching Joshua Dobbs.
Bro, I didn't even know who Hassan Haskins was.
I didn't either, to be honest with you. I didn't know who the hell that was.
Yeah, I had no idea. I never heard of him before.
I thought it was the young Simba's brother, but I definitely did.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, rest in peace. Like that's who I thought it was.
Yeah. All right, not much to say on that, right?
Yeah, no, I think the Cowboys win this game. I think it don't mean anything for them.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like one of those. I don't see the Cowboys playing all game.
No,
actually,
halftime, third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, if they're up by like 17, I can see them pulling their starters and just saying fuck it.
Yeah, I'm with you
because they have Cooper Rush. He can hold.
He can handle it. Yeah,
absolutely. I'm with you.
All right, guys, moving on. Eagles versus Saints. Eagles minus 5.5.
It's a weird line.
How important is a win here for the Eagles?
I don't.
Oh, real fast. You have Dallas both ways, right?
I have Dallas.
I didn't say that, but I do
Dallas.
too.
But yeah.
All right, so Eagles minus 5.5. How important is it for the Eagles to win right now?
It's important for the draft pick.
I actually
Because
disagree. It is, but I think it's more important for them because they need to rest up and get healthy.
yeah, well, that's true. Well, that too. But the draft pick is what matters too, because I think regardless, the Eagles will be the 1 seed in the end. So I'm not really worried about them if they did drop this game, but the win is more important for the draft pick because the Saints would be knocked out of the playoffs mathematically. And then I don't think the Saints would play their starters next week. They probably go into a Raiders mode where they just bench their quarterback and they try to figure out who we have on our roster for next year. So I think that could be beneficial for the Eagles if they beat them this week, because then if the Eagles beat the Saints twice in a row, or if the Saints lose twice in a row, one to the Eagles and next week, then the Saints drop down a couple spots on the draft, potentially. So that would benefit the Eagles in the future, because I think the present, the Eagles are the best team.
Yeah.
So the future is what I am kind of worried about too, as well.
Yeah.
So
do you think the Eagles win regardless of quarterback? Because here's the thing, on what you just said, I totally agree with you. Like, again, there's not really much to say. The Eagles have to, not that it's a must win, but it's a win that they really should want, because they can rest against the Giants. You get 2 weeks off to get Hurts' shoulder back. Lane Johnson comes back. You don't want to screw around.
Yeah, I see that. I know the Eagles do have a lot of injuries.
That's piled up towards the end.
Yeah. It creeped up. It did. It's unfortunate.
And we lost Maddox,
Lane Johnson, Hurts, and who else am I missing? Somebody else too.
Me too. I just can't think of them off the
top. But yeah, they're huge losses. They're important pieces to the Eagles team, and they have been all year. So to lose something like that is definitely impactful to the Eagles roster. But the Eagles roster is still loaded enough for them to beat New Orleans, and that's how I really feel about it. I don't see New Orleans beating them.
I think the Eagles win either way, to be honest.
Jalen Hurts Johnson.
Yes,
that's who it was. And
I think the Eagles win either way. I think they cover the spread too. But however, I think Jalen Hurts was practicing today.
Jalen Hurts he was throwing today.
So I actually think he might play, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe. I think today's practice was like, all right, let me see how you feel.
Throw the ball, things like that. Throw the ball.
No, I said, let me see how you feel.
Oh, pause.
Yeah, big pause. But like what I was saying is, it's more of like a let me see you throw the football and let me see how healthy you are, because I just want to know the severity of the injury. Is it worth playing you? Is it not? Yeah. I personally don't think it's worth it, because Minshew played really well last week. Yeah, he had a couple turnovers, but he played a really good team in Dallas. So I don't think the Eagles are going to give up 40 points this week. I don't think they'll score 34, but I think they'll score enough to beat the Saints.
Same here. All right. To go to the Saints a little bit, some rumors circulating that Tom Brady, it's the worst kept secret in the league that Sean Payton's returning to the Saints and that Tom Brady could follow him.
That's cat.
I'm surprised we never thought of that, though, because that scenario makes a ton of sense.
It does, but
because the Saints still own Payton's rights.
Yeah, but what do the Saints have that Brady would be enticed to?
Olave, whatever's left of Michael Thomas.
They have
Landry.
No tight end. Unless they got Gronk.
Gronk would come
But
back.
I just don't see that.
That would be a party city for him. Alvin Kamara is there. Who won't want to live in Nolans? Then you have that defense. And you told me the Saints are a quarterback away.
They are, but I don't. That's not a team that Brady would go to.
I feel like it is. I could see him in that jersey.
On that
jersey,
I could see him going to the Raiders, but
the Raiders right now makes
a
ton of sense.
And I'll be really back on the Acco Raiders. We really will be Acco Raiders for real.
I know. I don't know though if I believe in that yet.
I don't either. We'll find out more, but I think there's a lot of smoke and mirrors with this New Orleans stuff. I just don't see it. Brady has a house built in Miami. I don't see him going to New Orleans. I just don't see that.
Now with what's going on with Tua,
he has to care about his family too.
Yeah. Now with what's going on with Tua, though, if he does retire, I mean, Brady would slide right in. And I'm drafting every wide receiver and tight end that they own.
You're not scared? You're not scared of the cliff?
He's not on the cliff. I've said that a million times. It's Todd Bowles. He's not on the cliff. He still makes throws.
Yeah, that team is confusing, man. But what do you believe about the New Orleans? Do you think there's any smoke to that? Or is there any truth?
I believe there's more than meets. It's more that meets the eye.
I think there's truth about Tom Brady and Sean Payton wanting to work together.
Absolutely. And I think that the Saints right now could do it the easiest. You get rid of, or you demote Dennis Allen, or you bring him back, or whatever, or he goes somewhere else. He's mid anyway. It doesn't matter. And then Sean Payton, I told you that. Sean Payton slides in, and then Tom Brady comes in, and you already have studs. Slant Boy Thomas.
Yeah, but he's too injury prone to trust.
You know what I said about him. He doesn't love the game.
You might be right. And you might be dead ass right about that, because ever since he got that contract, you haven't seen him on the field. Maybe
haven't seen him
1 or 2 games in the last 3 years. It's like, what am I paying for?
Yeah.
It's like it's a waste.
He got paid and was like, you know what? I'm good. I don't need this anymore.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I mean, that's what big money does to people.
Yeah,
man.
Russell Thomas.
Complacent. Yeah, absolutely, man. Like, I just don't see Brady in New Orleans, and nor would I want him to go there either.
See, I don't understand that though. Why wouldn't you like that?
What do you mean?
Why wouldn't you want him to go there? Because I really think that would be, with that defense.
I can't see him as a Saint, bro.
You can't see him as an 8.
He's not a Saint. He's just not
Saint Tom.
Like I don't feel like he fits that culture, if that makes sense.
I mean,
but then again,
did.
I don't know, because then Drew Brees. But like, if he goes to the Saints, does he want to live in the shadows of Drew Brees?
Well, he don't live in the shadow of anybody. However,
Drew
Brees is a god down there.
That's what I'm. Oh no, Drew Brees is a living fucking legend. He could go to any restaurant and they will serve his ass for free.
That's like Nick Foles now.
Nah, for real. Drew Brees is like the president in New Orleans. They love him there, bro. They would die for.
Well,
Drew
I mean,
Brees.
they took a chance on Drew Brees with his bum shoulder after he left them, and he came there, and I mean, he won the Super Bowl.
Have you ever been to New Orleans?
No.
If you ever go,
we're gonna take you for your bachelor party.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah, if my wife is watching this, she probably texting me right now saying that's cap. But yeah, we're gonna take you there for your bachelor party.
New Orleans will be heat.
Yeah,
on some real shit. But like on the flip side is that I don't see him as a Saint, bro. I'm That's interesting. Yo, you got to go to New Orleans though, because like when they talk about Drew Brees, bro, it's like the most insane thing. It's like they're talking about Jesus.
Really?
It's crazy.
Is it like how I talk? Is it how I talk about Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, it's worse.
Wow, not saying something.
Not worse, more passionate. Like they love that.
They got veins in their neck and everything.
To him, they're family, bro. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That's amazing though, dude. And Drew Brees is a great dude.
Oh, it's amazing, bro. Yeah. New Orleans is a great culture. Like, I could see why players would want to play there. I just don't think Brady would fit there because family matters to him. Where's he going to put his kids? His kids ain't going to move to New Orleans. I think they live in New York and Miami. That's kind of like their 2 destinations. Yeah. So I just don't see them getting away.
And now Giselle's banging that jiu-jitsu guy.
Is that true?
Who knows? That's what you read everywhere. So
yeah.
But
I kind of, a part of me hopes that, never mind. We'll move on.
Yeah. All right. Next topic. We are still going to be with Tom Brady. Buccaneers versus Panthers this week for the division. If the Buccaneers win, Buccaneers -3.
Psychotic and iconic.
Do Brady and the Bucs wrap their jock before they knock?
I don't see. I just don't see how the Bucs are favorites in this game. Truthfully speaking,
if Tom Brady's, then he's washed. If he's not favorites to Sam Darnold.
Well, you got to understand from the standpoint. Panthers are playing really hot. They won 4 out of the last 6. They got themselves back in the race. The Buccaneers, you see what they have been all year. Has there been Has there been a couple of games where in a row where you were like, oh shit, here they come? Like they just
one time.
They're this, bro. They have plateaued more than any team in the NFL besides maybe plateaued. I'll say they have more than any team in the NFL. The Broncos is not a plateau. That's a decline.
Yeah, the Broncos are
This is a plateau where they are just a 500 team and they're knocking at the door to a postseason.
They're below 500.
They are, but they can be 500 after this game. Yeah. But the -3 scares me. I don't think the Bucs should be favored. I think Carolina should be favored in this game.
That's crazy, dude.
Why is it crazy?
I mean, it's Sam Darnold and
but they got a great defense.
Look, if Tom Brady can't win this game, dude, like I don't even.
It don't even matter where they play. It could be in Tampa. It could be in fucking Carolina. It does not matter, bro. Like the home field in Tampa is not really a home field, bro.
Raymond James.
I just don't feel like it would be because they're not playing well. So how are you gonna get the crowd into it? If you can't make plays, you can't get the crowd into it.
So let me ask you: if Brady misses the playoffs this year, does that put a stain on his legacy?
No, because he's missed the playoffs before.
When?
2000.
Outside of the ACL year.
2000?
I mean, he was a rook, dude.
2002. It was one of the years. It was his second year where he didn't win the Super Bowl. Then he won 2 straight right after he missed the playoffs.
So 2000 or 2001. They went back to back 02-03, right?
It was 03-04.
Yeah, 03-04 because they beat the Eagles.
02 is when they missed the playoffs.
02 is when
01 is when they beat the Rams.
Yes.
Then they beat Carolina. Then they beat the Eagles.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly what it was.
Yes. Right. So it was 2002 was the last time he missed the playoffs. No, it does not hurt his legacy, bro. He did everything he could accomplish in Tampa Bay. He won a Super Bowl. That's if you want if a new quarterback goes to a team and wins a Super Bowl in a 3-year window, that's amazing, bro.
Matt Stafford.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You did your job. They signed you, like, what your risk of going there and the money they paid you was worth every single penny to that organization. You brought awareness to the entire league at the Buccaneers. He put Tampa on the map. You should go to Tampa, bro. You'll see Brady on every fucking on every building.
I want to move to Tampa.
He changed that culture in Tampa Bay, and everybody that I've talked to there when I went there in October, they have said he changed the entire culture here.
I mean, look, it makes sense. Look at him.
Yeah, so,
I mean, they're used to their quarterback stealing crab legs and throwing 30 interceptions.
So I just don't see it hurting his legacy. What do you think?
I think it puts a ding on it.
I don't think so.
But look, hear me out here. I'm not actually trolling on this. You know why it puts a ding? Because I still believe Tom Brady is one of the elite quarterbacks in the league. I still think Tom Brady is I'll give him the E word. I would still think that Tom Brady's on the elite level. I still believe that. I don't think Tom Brady's washed, and I don't think he showed any signs of it. I mean, think about it. Russell Wilson walked off the cliff before him.
You're gonna put a ding on a man's legacy at 45, bro, when he won 7 Super Bowls.
I don't take
that's not fair, bro.
Here's the thing. I don't take his age into account because he's still playing at that level. So I can't do that.
But it's an anomaly. He's doing something that nobody's ever done before.
But here's the thing.
That's why it's like, all right.
They ding LeBron for it.
They do.
Now, look, he doesn't have 7 rings, so you're right on that. But I'm just saying, me personally, I put a little ding on it because I'm like, you're better than that. But here's the thing. I'm not going to have to put a ding because they're going to win the division on Sunday.
You think they're going to win?
This is my favorite bet of the week. They're going to win and cover. Next week, they're going to rest their guys.
Do they win in good fashion?
Yes.
Like blowout fashion?
They're going to win.
Do they win in old Buck fashion? Like the old Tom Brady Bucks would beat you by 10.
They're going to win about 26-10, 26-13.
Wow.
And then after that, they'll be able to rest next week. They'll be 8-9. That'll be their bye week. And then they're going to face Dallas in round 1.
Wow.
And we'll go from there. But that's what I truly believe is going to happen on Sunday.
The chess match.
Because Tom Brady knows what's on the line here.
I agree. It's a championship game for him.
Absolutely.
This is how he's approaching his game.
And he knows that too. He doesn't want to miss the playoffs.
I agree. He's too competitive.
Yeah, bro. Who wants to do that? He didn't come back and lose his wife and all that.
Could you imagine Brady sitting on his couch in January, bro? I can't. Unless he lost in the playoffs. I mean, look, I just don't.
The last time that happened, I was 11 years old. I was in 6th grade. So no, because from when I was a teenager to I have a family now, and Tom Brady's still on top. So I don't really know. I don't know anything. Husband. Yeah, father and a husband.
Loving one.
Always. But I don't know anything else. It's just been Tom Brady.
I know.
I mean Peyton Manning, but Peyton Manning was done at the end because of his neck injury. Yeah. But Tom Brady's still here.
Still here.
Literally.
Yeah, on some real shit. This is what I am most intriguing about this game. Fucking Bowles coached Darnold in New York.
Oh my God,
There is a chess match there. And I'm looking forward to it. So that advantage would go to the Bucks.
It's the battle of the buttest.
Yeah, well, it's the battle of the New York middies.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. So
one worse than the other.
Yeah. I mean,
Todd Bowles stinks. Sam Darnold stinks, but Todd Bowles stinks.
I would take Todd Bowles.
Oh no, hell no!
What?
Give me Sam Darnold, bro.
Oh, if you're talking about head coach Todd Bowles, then maybe. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Head coach Todd Bowles.
He's pretty bad, bro.
Bro,
he don't have the command of that locker room. You can just tell. Brady doesn't even look inspired himself. He has to do it himself and get his teammates going. The coach can't do it.
Last year, Byron Leftwich was almost going to take the job for the Jaguars, but he turned it down, the head coaching job, luckily for the Jaguars. But he was a good offensive coordinator for 2 years.
Did he turn it down?
He turned it down for the Jaguars.
You sure?
Positive.
Or was it the other way around?
I know my shit.
Oh, all right.
But-
I thought it was the other way around, but okay.
No, he turned it down. And
He hurt himself.
maybe it was 2 years ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. But I think it was. I thought it was last year.
It was.
I don't think it was. Oh no, wait. It was after. It was after Tom Brady won the Super Bowl.
after
It
the
was
bowl.
2 years ago.
After the bowl. That's
It was
when.
2 years, and then they hired Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Correct.
it was. So they went from. I mean, that obviously was trash.
Yeah, he really hurt his chances of being a head coach in the future. It's
because
insane.
he completely fell off. Now I don't know if that's because here's the thing, with Bruce Arians, he had senior tutelage there. Bruce Arians been in the league a long time. He knows what he's doing. He had Peyton Manning. He had Andrew Luck. He had Carson Palmer. He had Ben Roethlisberger. He now had Tom Brady. So he coached 5, great quarterbacks, or good, 2 good ones and 3 great ones. But it's like with now Byron Leftwich is on his own running the offense by himself. And it's like, all right, they're skidding a little bit.
Yeah. So I think Bruce Arians and Tom Brady worked together.
That's the most fabricated, overblown story in the history of sports.
No, listen, dude. I think Brady secretly actually loved Bruce Arians calling him out, because Brady's the type of player that wants to be coached.
He thrives off of that.
He wants to be coached. He doesn't want to put himself above the team. He's just like every single person in that locker room. He's not above anybody. I don't think he acts like that. Because every teammate that has spoke about Brady, they love him.
Did you ever see what James Harrison said about him?
Yeah, he said
I wanted to hate him.
Yeah.
He goes, I went in that locker room and he was the total opposite of everything I thought.
And you know what he said? He said, "I'm Tom Brady. Hi, I'm Tom."
Yeah.
He said, "Of course I know who the fuck you are. You're Brady,
a normal ass dude,
a normal guy."
But you see, Russell Wilson, you had to call his secretary and then you had to go knock on his office door, and that's why nobody fucks with Russ.
And he gets his own parking space.
And he gets his own parking
That's
space
crazy,
and all
man.
that, bro.
But like,
And he's some dog shit.
he is, bro. He's ass, Sam. This is not a Russell Wilson conversation, but if the Panthers win the division, do you think Sam Darnold is the quarterback next year?
Maybe to start the year, because I mean, will he be? Maybe. Should he be? No.
I'm gonna say hell no.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say hell no.
I just don't know who they can get. Maybe
because he didn't play the entire season to get them to the playoffs.
Correct.
That's why.
Correct. He's a backup, bro. He's playing good in spot duty. That's what backups do.
Exactly right.
And that's cool. He's a good dude. I would love to have him as a backup on the Eagles. He's a nice guy. He's a good locker room guy. You never hear bullshit from him. When Baker Mayfield got traded for, you never heard nothing. When PJ Walker, surpassed him in the lineup too, you never heard any bitching and complaining. Yeah. He seems like a nice dude. He's just, as a quarterback, he's a mid-level player, and that's fine. But you can last a long time in the league. Look at Chase Daniel for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that's where I think a Derek Carr could go to. There or the Saints. That's Panthers.
Derek Carr and the Saints would be actually intriguing, to be honest. That's a good one. I like that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we will.
All right, guys. Next segment, our last game.
Oh wait, I didn't get my pick.
Oh, who you got? Sorry.
I really don't want to pick the Bucks, bro.
Actually, the way you've been hitting this year, go say Panthers.
Wait, what?
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah, all right.
The way your bet's been going this year, go the opposite route.
I was like, whoa, fam, what the fuck?
I'm hitting it. You're filling me up.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Yeah, major pause on that.
Yeah, excuse me.
But I want to pick the Bucks, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Brady's my guy. I'm gonna stick with them. I don't love this matchup for him. I really do not, man. This game is weird. This is a weird game. I haven't seen anything out of the Buccaneers outside of the first half of the Bengals game being legit team.
So, are you now an Acco Panther?
I'm on a Panther.
All right,
I'm a Buck.
Yeah.
Real shit.
All right, so who you got?
I'm taking the Buccaneers, but yeah, actually I'm going all in on the Bucks. This is my last time probably going to pick them because they're going to be out of the playoffs next week.
That's crazy.
Maybe.
I can't believe that.
But I'm picking them to win. They have to win. This is the game that you get Brady for. Big games like this is where he thrives. If he struggles again, then it's over. It's over. It's over for the Bucs.
This is wild, bro. You humbled.
I'm not humbled. I'm just real.
Humbled.
I'm not humbled. I'm real.
Here you go, bro. Here's some humble pie.
No, see, I'm real. There's a difference. I call it.
Ja
I'm
Rule voice?
objective, bro. I love my guy, bro. Look at my fucking wall, bro. Brady, the Super Bowl he won. Like, bro, I am a Brady fanatic.
I
bro,
know you have a personal collection of them.
But when I see, yeah, I do. But when I see throws that he always makes and getting field goals instead of touchdowns, what's going on, bro? What's happening? You know,
need answers.
Yeah, I do need answers. However, I think the divorce thing kind of went, came and went. Not many people were thinking about that. I kind of fucks with him.
I said that at the beginning of the year, the whole time, bro. Like the dude lost his wife and his whole family after 13 years. You don't think that would be draining?
I don't think he's washed. I think the arm strength is still there. I think the accuracy dipped a little bit, but
the velocity's still there.
The velocity's still there. The accuracy dipped a little bit, but that could also due to be a lack of focus, due to outside distractions. But he doesn't seem like in the 23 years he's never been distracted by outside noise. So why would it change now?
Bro, he lost his wife.
I get it. I understand. But he's also been through cheating scandals and shit. You don't think I fucks with you?
I mean, but you can use that as motivation, bro. How you get motivated by your wife?
That's true. That's true.
It's two totally different things. And I think that did have a lot to do with them. But I think the main issue is Todd Bowles.
Let Giselle fucking post a picture of her new boyfriend on the
they're gonna show that picture of him
on the
sitting
gram?
on the sideline like this.
Let her post. Let Giselle fuck around and post her boyfriend on the gram. You're going to see a different animal.
He going to the bowl?
You're going to see a different animal, bro. This guy is a maniac. This guy he's a killer. He's a fucking certified killer.
Yeah.
He's the best ever, bro.
He is. I can't fight it. I fought it for a long time.
You did, and
I submitted.
To tell you, bro.
I submitted in like 2016. That was my submission.
That was when they beat the Falcons,
the Seahawks.
When
they came back against the Legion of Boom.
So 2014.
2014. Excuse me.
Oh, wow. So
24-14 in the fourth quarter. He throws for like $150. Comes back and wins 28-24 against that defense.
Comes back. That's what he does, bro. It's what he does. It's just
the ball
insane.
bounces his way, dude.
It does, but like, bro, I just don't understand, bro. Like, I don't understand how the Bucs are so good on the 2-minute drill, but then they can't score on a regular offense. It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
I just it's the weirdest thing. I don't know. I'm moving on from that.
All right, guys. Our last topic, discussion of a game before we move on to our game picks. Bills versus the Bengals. Bills -1.5.
Psychotic-Iconic.
Joe Burrow is a home dog to Josh Allen and the Bills, and the love fest continues.
Did it change to 1.5 or we?
It moved.
Okay, I'm gonna update it.
Yeah, they realized that they didn't love him enough, and they were like, you know what, this is ignorant to what the whole narrative we've been pushing. So they decided to up it a little bit. I'll let you have the floor, brother. I don't really have much to say on this. This is embarrassing. This proves everything that I talk about.
Why? The Bills are a good team. They got that guy JA17, baby. You know it, bro. He's a beast.
I never said he wasn't.
And the Bills.
You think? Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think that the Bengals should be a home dog to the Bills?
Yeah.
You got to be trolling.
They can match up with them. Why not? They play good defense and they're great on offense.
Do you think they should be a home dog? Not even a pick 'em.
Yeah, I think the Bills are better than the Bengals, bro.
That's unbelievable.
I don't know why it's unbelievable. What's their records? Who's number 2 in the AFC right now?
The Chiefs.
No, who's number 1?
The Bills.
Okay, so that's why they're home dogs.
Nick.
What do you mean, Nick?
That's a problem.
Why is that a problem?
Because the love fest continues, and I don't understand it. Home dogs to the hottest team, one of the hottest teams in the NFL.
So there's a love fest because the home dog. So Vegas is actually agreeing with me that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are a better team than the Bengals, because if the Bills were home, this game's a 5-point fucking
absolutely, and that's fucking
crazy.
Insane.
That is crazy.
So now you understand my point exactly.
Yeah, I do. But what did you want the line to be? You want the Bengals to be favored?
A pick would be fine, but the Bengals should be one.
Why?
Because the Bengals are home. They're maybe the hottest team in the NFL next to the Eagles. I mean, I think they're on a 7 or 8 game win streak. They're only 1 game worse. And Joe Burrow has been consistent all year after the first 4 games. Josh Allen has been up and down. So I just don't understand where that line comes from. It doesn't make any sense to me. And you further proving the point of if it was in Buffalo, it would be a 4 or 5 point spread, and that's insane.
I think that is kind of crazy, but I think the Bills. To me, the Bills can play anywhere, in my opinion,
except the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's the well. We're gonna see. You better hope Josh Allen does not win a Super Bowl because you will quit this podcast.
No, I won't.
You will quit this podcast and you would never come back here again.
Nick,
Because I will torture you, bro, more than anybody in the world.
I'm here to tell the truth.
You're a Josh Allen truth teller?
I'm a Josh Allen truth teller along with Aaron
here,
Rodgers. Along with Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, the audience agrees with you.
What?
Bengals. So I'm going with I'm going with my gut here. I'm taking Josh Allen. I think he's.
Who didn't know that?
Well, I'm sure you did when you saw this when you saw this game on the schedule. You said, "Oh yeah, I know Nick's taking Josh Allen."
Oh, 100%, dude.
Oh, absolutely, and you would be 100% correct. And I'm not going to stand by. I'm going to stand by that, and I'm not going to waver.
Here's the thing.
I
gotta
don't
be
waver
honest.
my shit, bro.
I want the Bengals to win, and I'm going to root for the Bengals really hard. But that line is begging me to take the Bengals, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason the Bills should be favored. But Josh Allen will make a mistake like usual. Maybe two of them motherfuckers.
So if Josh Allen beats Burrow this week, it doesn't mean anything?
No, he beat him.
You don't think it supports the argument that Josh Allen is better?
No, because Josh Allen's not better, and there's no merit to that argument.
So if he beats him, it doesn't matter.
So, all right, so let me ask you a question. I know somebody that's 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes. Is he better than Patrick Mahomes?
No.
Thank you.
Nobody's better than Patrick Mahomes.
There's only one person that can be in that argument or in that discussion or that tier.
And who?
It would be Joe Burrow.
Stop.
And that's it.
Why? Because he beat him head to head 3 times?
3 times in a row.
So
That's more than what Josh Allen could say.
That's so dumb. If you guys watched our last pod, you would understand my argument on that.
Yeah. I didn't really understand that. I watched it 3 times today.
I watched it 12 times and you caught a body.
No, I did. I did catch one. I caught yours.
No. You got your body is in a hearse, bro.
Yeah.
I felt bad for you. I was watching it. I was cringing. I was like, man, he's better than this, man.
Okay.
I was like, wow.
Wow, disrespectful.
And I'm dead ass. I'm like, wow, like, that was the angle he was taking? I'm like, man, Pauls is so much better than this. I'm like,
you know what that means?
It's the goatee, bro.
Guys, that's cat. That means that he actually knew it was a very strong argument and he was proud of me. That's what that means. I know your games, bro. I've been studying you since about 4th grade. I know you for a long time. Who is this game more important for, though? Let me ask you. I can start if you want.
Ahead.
I think it's more important for Josh Allen.
Why?
Because I think he needs to get into playing strong games again. He needs to get back to playing that football that he was playing the first couple games of the season. He's had a rough 2 months, except for, a select game or two. But he needs to go in there, prove that he is that dude, and he needs to get a W and hold on to that 1 seed because they need the 1 seed.
So you're saying this is a confidence game?
It's a confidence game. It's a game. It's meaningful to the standings. It's very meaningful. Buffalo can slide.
Yeah, well, because they have the Chiefs on the.
And look, Buffalo wants to have home field. You put Patrick Mahomes, who in his first road playoff game, if he gets there, would have to go to Buffalo.
I'm rooting for that.
Me too. I want to see how he responds.
Me too.
I want to see that. I'm dead serious. I don't want the Chiefs to be the
1 seed again.
The 1 seed. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I want to see.
I think they are going to be, but actually, no, I don't. It depends on this game. This game will tell me everything because, like I said, the Bills got to win.
The Bills will win this game, and this is a game the Bills have to win. I agree. I
think it's more important for the Bills?
It's absolutely more important. They want to lock that number 1 seed up as quickly as possible, and they don't want to go on the road against Kansas City again in the playoffs if it came down to that, or Cincinnati for that matter, because Cincinnati could climb up the ladder and catch them if the Bills lose the last game too. Correct? If
the Chiefs lose to Denver and the Bengals beat the Bills, they're the 1 seed.
The Bengals are the 1 seed?
Yep.
Wow. So this game is.
It's important for both teams. It's very important. As I said, it's going to be an awesome game.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is to me, this is game of the week outside the Bucks and the Panthers.
It's going to be awesome on Monday night.
I would say this is the number 1 game though.
One of us is going to have a long Tuesday evening.
I know. I mean, look, bro, if you say that this game doesn't matter for either quarterback being better than each other, then
I don't think it's a matter of that. It's just I want my guy to win and you want your guy to win because you can glue. That's the fun of sports. But look, it's great to say that, but about the head-to-head matchups, but I don't really think it's going to say like, oh, Josh Allen's better or Joe Burrow's better. But Joe Burrow, if he beats him, would have beaten Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Tom Brady in 1 season. Pretty impressive.
The loser of this game, does that give him a leg up in the playoffs? Because you already lost to them before?
The loser, yeah, because of my theory.
Yeah, you have
Like
that weird.
if the Chiefs play the Bengals again, it's a law of average for me. I would like the Chiefs in that game.
I agree with that.
And I hate that. I
There
hate
ain't no
it.
way that the Bengals will beat them.
I mean, look, if the
times.
Bengals beat them again, bro, I don't really know what to say. It'd be 4 times they beat them in the same calendar year. I know,
Yeah.
well, it would be the next year, but
The
it'd be
next
4
year.
times straight. Like, I mean, that's
4 times within a year.
That's pretty
Or
crazy.
A year and
A
some
year.
change.
Yeah,
That's a lot because Mahomes he don't lose 4 games at all.
I know.
So to beat him 4 times, that would be impressive. But yeah, no, I like the Bills in this game. I'm taking the Bills both ways.
Do you think Josh Allen needs a big game in this spot?
Why would he need it?
Because he hasn't really played that well.
I mean,
He hasn't played to his standards. Let me correct myself.
So you're going off like his personal confidence?
I'm just saying, like, I think he knows he's not playing his best game, his best football. So for him, I think to go out there and hang a 350-yard game with 3 tutties
On the road, Monday night This is
football,
the
prime
spot.
time. This is when you do it. These are games where you make names for yourself. This is where you do it, dude. It's a nationally televised game. You're going against the guy that people are going to be comparing you to for a long time, along with Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick Mahomes is a little bit separated right now. And they can catch up. One of them can catch up with a Super Bowl win. They can get into the discussion, in my opinion.
What's your final score?
I'm going to say 34-31 Bengals.
Wow. I'm going to say 27-20 Buffalo takes it. I think the Buffalo's going to beat them by a touchdown.
It's going to be a great game. I can't wait. But let me ask you a question. If Joe Burrow wins, does it say anything to you about where he stands in the QB pyramid?
No, because I have him up there with the best.
I mean, you would say would you have him at 3 behind Josh Allen?
Yeah, I have him. I think he was 3 on my list. Yeah, he was 3. Yeah, and that's not a slight to him. I just personally like Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the elite quarterbacks in the league. I just, like I said, just last pod was that playoff game, man. Like that's we're having a different conversation about him, bro.
You're having the conversation that I'm having.
Yeah, well, I agree, but at the same time, it's all circumstantial. His defense fucked up for him, and what?
No, they did.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. So what are you talking about?
Not over here. I'm just saying. I see him do it.
All right, and he will.
And he will.
He can, and he will.
All right, guys. Now we're moving on to our final segment, our game picks for the weekend.
Psychotic and iconic.
Cardinals at Falcons. Falcons minus 3.5.
I'm gonna go Falcons here.
Both ways?
Yep.
I'm taking the Falcons, but I'll take the Cardinals with the points.
Sorry to hear that.
Bears at Lions. Lions minus 6.5.
I'm taking Lions, but I'll take the Bears with the points.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm taking the Lions both ways. Jaguars at Texans. Jaguars minus 4.5.
That Jags.
Both ways.
Both
bro.
ways.
On the
yeah.
same way. They're going to smack them.
4.5 is fucking crazy to me.
I know.
Why? What the?
Here's the thing. And the Texans don't want to win because they'll mess up their number 1 draft.
Yeah, so
pick.
why is that a 4.5 point?
You know what's crazy? The Seahawks if the Texans win, the Seahawks could almost have the Broncos number 1 overall pick because the Broncos only have 3 wins. The Texans have what, 2?
What are they at 3 right now?
They're 3-11. Russ some bum juice.
His number is 3.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was going to equate to his wins. Russell Mayfield.
Or the draft order.
Yeah,
That's
seriously
terrible.
wild. On the subject of old Russ, Broncos at Chiefs. Chiefs minus 12.5. Chiefs both ways.
Oh yeah, Chiefs both ways. It's not even close. I can't count on Russ, bro.
Nah,
I'll never count on him again.
no way. He's washed.
There's no way.
He's washed up.
Yeah, he is 100%.
All right, Dolphins at Patriots. Patriots minus 3. Teddy B is starting.
Patriots, both ways.
Give me the Dolphins.
Book it.
Give me the
You
Dolphins.
want to bet on this?
Oh yeah, bet against Mac Jones. Hell yeah.
We always seem to bet Patriot games. So
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
I'm a Patriot.
You clammy, so you nervous.
I'm
I'll
a
be
Patriot.
nervous too.
I'm a Patriot. No, I'm just cold as fuck.
I'm a Dolphin. Colts at Giants. Giants minus 6. Oh my God. It's Giants minus 6 because I already know what he's about to do right off that.
What, the Giants minus 6?
Yeah.
Is that who you're taking?
Yes.
I'm taking the Colts here. This is my upset of the week.
No shit.
Yep.
You're taking the Colts straight up.
Straight up.
The Giants you always pick against, and the Vikings. I should have known. I forgot to ask.
Colts are upsetting the Giants this week.
All
Book
right.
it.
Okay. The Browns at Carson and the Commanders. Commanders minus 2.
I like the Commanders here, actually.
Me too, because
Deshaun Watson is some shit.
2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He stinks worse than Russ, and Russ
No,
stinks.
they're on the same platform, and they got combined like $500 million.
You know what's
That's
crazy?
insane.
Demasuse Watson, Russell Wilson, or Rusty Wilson, and Kyler Murray. 3 of the worst contracts in the history of the NFL.
Who's worse?
Who's the worst?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, because the Broncos can't do anything. They can't do anything. Now, look, neither can the other ones. Well, actually, hold on now, because the Browns are fully guaranteed. But
That's what I'm saying.
But the Broncos gave up what? 4 first rounders and 4 picks and 5 players.
Bro, that might be the worst trade in NFL history.
It absolutely is, because they're not coming back from that. Russell Wilson is not who he was.
Yo, what if Seattle built like a Super Bowl team, kind of like Dallas did?
Yeah,
and they hit on all their picks.
They hit on their draft last year.
They did great. They got the late what was it? The Tyreek Woolen. He got him in like the 6th round or something like that. He's awesome. He's been one of the best corners in the league.
He's a top 5 corner.
So like, yeah, they hit on our draft picks. They got Kenneth Walker. He's been a beast for them. And dude, they're up and coming for sure.
For the Commanders, real fast, dude. If they win their final 2 games, they make the playoffs. This is big for Carson Wentz's career. Personal feelings aside, I'm serious. It's big for his career because if he makes the playoffs, he comes in, he does what they traded for, makes the playoffs, dude. He will return to the Commanders or he will get another shot to play. But if he flails here, it's over for him. He's a backup.
It would be over.
It's over for him.
But we've said that before, though.
No, but you can't do that 2 years in a row where you have to win out and the team's traded for you. You have an opportunity to make the playoffs, and
who do they play next?
They play the Browns, and then they play the
Commanders. The Cowboys. Oh,
tough schedule, but it depends on the Cowboys. It depends. If the Eagles win, I think the Cowboys will sit their players because they're locked into the 5th seed.
You think they'll sit their players, or they want to knock out a divisional opponent though? Because that's not something you want to fuck with.
I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think so. Not at all, dude. I think that they would bench them.
What
seed
is Washington right now? Are they just
7? So they would match up with the Vikings in round 1, as it currently stands.
And the Giants are out of the playoffs.
The 6.
The Giants are the 6th.
They're the 6th seed.
So every single team in the NFC East is going to make the playoffs.
If the Commanders do it,
that would be the first time in history.
Yeah. If the Commanders do it.
Wow. Who fucking saw that coming? Who? Wow. We were talking about the AFC West. Possibly every team making it. And now we look at the NFC East, who have been called the NFC least the last couple of years. A
Daniel Jones-led team with, I can't even think of the guy's name, the white dude playing receiver, has 5 more wins. Hodgins has 5 more wins than a Russell Wilson-led team.
I don't even know what to say about that, bro. I think I've exercised every single thing to say about Russell Wilson, man. I have I'm tired on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, all right, guys, our 4 p.m. 49ers at the Raiders. 49ers -10. I'm taking the 49ers both ways. Jarrett Stidham stinks. Josh McDaniels stinks. Devontae Adams is unhappy. The Raiders stink. And the aura around that team is just terrible with Derek Carr being gone now from the facility.
I agree. I'm taking the Niners both ways. I'm not even thinking twice. I've seen Jarrett Stidham play, and he's got awful. He's awful, bro. He's Stid the kid. He was going to take Tom Brady's spot.
Yeah.
He was the heir apparent. Get the fuck out of here, bro. He stinks.
All right. Vikings at Packers. Packers -3.5. I am taking I'm taking the Packers on the money line and the Vikings with the points.
Yo, why? Really? I'm shocked.
Tough spot.
I like the Packers here too.
Vikings beat them in the first thing. Packers are fighting for their life. Vikings do have something to play for, but I have a hunch. I just think the Packers get them back.
They do have something to play for because the Niners are on their heels, and so is the Cowboys.
It's a legitimate must. It's a must win for the Packers.
Yeah, I mean,
where it's a win that you want for the Vikings.
I'm taking Green Bay here as well. This is the perfect spot for them. They're home. They lost them earlier in the season. I think they'll meet again in the playoffs. We talked about that last time. I think Green Bay is going to sneak in somehow. I think Wentz is going to fumble the bag for the 7th. Bro.
I hope not, bro. I don't want that.
It's either them or the Lions. Those are the two teams that I think.
If it's for the Lions, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I want the Lions in the playoffs too. But the Green Bay is this sneaky team because if they can get hot, they're one of those teams that can win in the first round.
Oh no, hell no. I've seen Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. I got 12 years of data.
Yeah, and I've seen Kirk Cousins in the playoffs too, my friend. And wasn't that really?
I don't know. Kirk Cousins last time he was in the playoffs, he beat Drew Brees.
Did he?
Well, what was left of him?
Did he beat him? And what did he do? And what did he do the next week? Went home.
I think he got his ass cracked by somebody.
That's forget. Yeah, he did. He got his ass cracked back.
All right, Rams at Chargers. Rams in the bait show at the Chargers. Chargers -6.5.
I'm gonna go. I like the way the Rams are playing, but I'm gonna go Chargers here. Give me the Rams with the points.
I'm taking the Chargers both ways. I think the Chargers are starting to hit their stride, and they're gonna go into the playoffs moving.
Yeah,
but I think the Rams and Baker will play well.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fairly close game.
And does Bosa come back this week? Because he got activated.
He probably will come back next week.
Okay.
If I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure they want to see a week full of practice and then get him
and it's the Rams.
Yeah.
All right. Sunday night football.
Oh, did we talk about the Jets and Seahawks?
Oh no, I skipped them. Damn. Jets at Seahawks. Jets -1.5.
Give me the Seahawks here.
Me too. Well, it's Mike White.
I don't care. Seahawks.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, give me the Jets. I'm gonna take the Jets both ways.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Mike White. I like what he plays for, and I think that Robert. Here's the thing: you're gonna get inspired when you don't look in the backfield and see Zach Wilson, because he's some shit.
Yeah, man. What are they gonna do with that dude? What can they do?
Nothing. Well, here's the thing: he's cheap to trade.
Is it a Jordan Love situation where he's just gonna be a backup and he's just gonna sit there, or is he too much of a distraction?
He's toxic, bro.
Think so? I think the immaturity level is that's where.
Yeah,
that's the separation between him and a lot of rookie quarterbacks. He seems like he's a privileged prick.
He looks like a kid.
Looks like
he acts like a kid.
Yeah, he's been privileged. You could tell.
Yeah,
he came from somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Last one: Steelers at Ravens. Ravens -2.5.
I like the Steelers here.
Me too. Mike Tomlin goes to 8-8, and he'll play the final week. They're actually still in the hunt.
I like the Steelers here. I think the Steelers. Kenny Pickett's been playing awesome football, man. He's been really good. I haven't really fully bought into the Kenny Pickett madness, but it's hard to deny his playing ability this year. He's playing excellent football. I like the Steelers in this match.
Me too. Mike Tomlin goes to 8-8 and keeps his streak alive of
finishing 500 and above,
finishing over 500, which is just a remarkable feat.
What's the streak?
He's never had a season under 500.
Wow, so you're talking about a decade or more.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really impressive, man. That's tough.
I know. All right, guys, that concludes episode 132. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you to everybody that has been with us through this entire year. 2023 is going to be a big year for Psychotic and Iconic.
And he ain't capping.
Take it away, Nick.
He ain't capping about that. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you guys for rocking with us all year long. We got a whole other year full of fucking heat for you coming at your dome. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Megaphone, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also, follow us on all of our social platforms, as you do not want to miss our daily content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby.
Next year.
Happy New Year.
Next year at P&I.
Next year at P&I. Thanks for correcting me.